You are about to be made poorer by something you see as a gift. In this video, we're going to find out exactly how this happens. I'm going to show you the two shocking ways financial giants make gigantic profits from your purchases, which means you lose money without a single cent of interest ever being paid. This is the definitive, most detailed plan that exposes how buy now, pay later and credit cards lure you into an economic trap. Keep watching, because the mechanism is brilliant, but the costs are not. The false gift. Let's start with the basics. You buy a new gadget or a pair of sneakers. At checkout, there's that tempting option. Pay in 4 installments, 0% interest. It feels like a gift. You have the product, and the pain of paying is postponed. But in economics, one unbreakable law applies. Nothing is truly free. If the borrower, that's you, doesn't pay interest, who pays the bill? The answer is the retailer. The financial apps charge the retailer a high commission, a so-called merchant fee, for every transaction. That's their first direct stream of revenue. The retailer pays this hidden cost, but guess who ultimately bears that cost? You. The price of the product in the store has already been secretly increased to absorb that commission. So you always pay for the convenience of deferral. The psychological trap, loss aversion. The first real pitfall is psychological, and it's deadly effective. This is based on the concept of loss aversion. Loss aversion means that people psychologically feel the pain of a loss, spending money, twice as strongly as the pleasure of a gain. Financial companies know this. That's why the payment is split into small, manageable chunks. By dividing and postponing the payment, the pain of spending the full price is flattened out and mentally shifted to the future. To truly grasp this, imagine finding a crisp €50 bill on the street. That feels great, a nice unexpected win. Now imagine losing a different €50 bill from your own pocket later that day. Most people will find the frustration of losing that €50 far outweighs the joy of finding the first one. That's the power of loss aversion in action. The buy now, pay later system weaponizes this hardwired brain function. By deferring the payment, you get the immediate rush of ownership, the gain, and push the cost, the loss, into an abstract, less painful future slot. This mental trick is powerful enough to make you overcome your natural financial caution and say yes to purchases you typically hesitate over. You stop valuing the deferred money as real money until the moment of payment hits months later. Imagine having to pay €400 all at once. That feels painful. That's a direct loss. But €100 now and 100 next month? That is an abstract number on an app, no direct loss. As a result, people are inclined to buy more and buy more expensive items than they would afford if they had to pay the full price immediately. The true profit for these apps arises when those deferred payments go wrong anyway. Because as soon as you miss one payment, the fines and administrative fees crash down on you like an axe. Those costs are often disproportionately high and are the real goldmine, fueled by the psychology of procrastination. So you're not just poorer because you've spent more, but you walk straight into the trap of soaring fines. The product is you, the data trade. As with any free internet product, the rule is if you are not paying for the product, you are the product. This is the second hidden cost. Your financial and purchasing behavior is gold valuable. Every time you choose that free credit option, you provide a wealth of valuable data. What are you buying? For example, expensive designer clothes or fitness supplements. Where are you buying it? High or low pressure sales channels? When are you buying it?
Is it bought late at night, which may indicate impulsivity? Financial institutions use this data to build a detailed behavioral profile of you. This is the perfect predictor for future credit risk and purchasing behavior. They sell this insight in bulk to advertisers, insurers, or other financial giants. They know who is likely to run into trouble or who has an expensive lifestyle. Information that is worth millions. You have paid for the free service with the absolute privacy and value of your purchasing behavior.
The money creation shock, invisible inflation. This is the macroeconomic effect, and this is the reason why lending makes you and your neighbor poorer, even if both of you never pay a cent of interest. We must first understand the concept of fractional reserve banking. Fractional reserve banking means that commercial banks only have to keep a fraction of the received deposits, this is money you store at the bank to keep, in reserve, allowing them to lend out the vast majority. This process enables banks to factually create new money in the economy, in the form of credit. This is permission to buy now, pay later. In this system, it is not the government that creates the lion's share of the new money through loans. Whether that is a mortgage, a credit card limit, or a BNPL credit, is every approved loan increases the total money supply in the economic system. That constant increase in money in the system, fueled by increasingly easy and free loans, leads to inflation. Inflation means the general rise in the prices of goods and services in an economy, causing the purchasing power of the currency to decrease. Your savings lose value unnoticed because of this, not because of your own loan, but because of the collective credit expansion that makes your money less valuable. The free loan of another person makes your wage less valuable in the long term. This is the ultimate invisible cost.
Conclusion and protection.
So, we have seen that the seemingly free credit steals from you in 3 hidden ways: through the stored costs from the retailer, through the sale of your data, and through the erosion of your purchasing power due to inflation. It's not a dark conspiracy, it's economics, making use of psychological weaknesses. Protecting yourself is possible, but requires discipline. You cannot change the market, but you can strengthen your own financial position. Possible mechanisms to protect yourself: feel the pain, undo the psychological effect of loss aversion, mentally treat deferred payments as a loan with 100% interest, buffer. Focus on building a financial buffer so you are never dependent on the gift of deferred payments, which actually end up costing you more. If you understand these mechanisms, you've cracked the code. You now look differently at every pay later button you come across. The ultimate test. Give answer to the following questions in the comments. Which hidden cost does the consumer pay, even if the retailer pays the merchant fee? Which psychological effect explains why people spend more when payment is deferred? According to the fractional reserve banking system, what is the macroeconomic consequence of the constant growth of easy credit?